To KwaZulu-Natal, Home Affairs Department officials touching down in Kwadukuza to assist flood victims in the reapplication of identity documents. The department announced last month it will replace lost IDs free of charge. Earlier, Home Affairs Deputy Minister Njabulo Nzuza and KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikalala on the ground. Let's get the latest now from our reporter Lindokuhle Xulu, who's tracking this story for us this afternoon. Lindokuhle, good afternoon. Thank you for your time here on Today this hour. Well, we're seeing these ministers from national government and there's some deputy ministers visiting a number of the flood-stricken areas in KwaZulu-Natal. Is there any sort of impact they are having on the current issues that people are grappling with on the ground?
Well, according to KZN Premier Sihle Zikalala, he says that indeed there is some impact that they are seeing as they continue to work with the national departments, be it transport. And today he was with the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Njabulo Nzuza, who was here to revisit some of the areas he's visited before. But this was also to check on the progress of the program they have put in place to ensure that they reissue some of those documents that were lost during the floods in KwaZulu-Natal. So the Premier was explaining that in fact today there are two ministers that he knows that are in the province, and that is the Deputy Minister Nzuza as well as the Transport Minister Zikalala. He was speaking about the fact that some of the things they are implementing are already showing impact, and one of those things he mentioned was that over 1,000 identity documents, be it birth certificates or just IDs, all over 1,000 of these documents that had been lost have already been reissued from today. So he speaks about the fact that these are some of the impacts that they are seeing. Of course, as many of the ministers descend into KwaZulu-Natal to check on some of the things that are happening, as well as the programs that are put in place to help this province recover. But take a listen to Premier just giving us a sense really of the impact that these visits have been having for the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the province in general.
Well, in line with the district development model, where the national government work with the province and the district as well as local, we are able to ensure we provide services in a way that makes impact. Last week, the Deputy Minister started the process of ensuring that those people who lost their documents are registered. Right today, we are bringing those documents. We're bringing IDs. 1,553 IDs have been processed for the KwaZulu-Natal people who have been affected. And that shows that we are making impact. Minister Mbalula is here today. We are already working on ensuring that we augment areas that have been affected so that by the end of this week, some of the roads are open. We were in the south of Durban, around areas of Umkababa, and Minister Mbalula is continuing with that together with MEC Nkonyeni. We went to the south. Today they are here in the northern part of Durban and in Kwadukuza. So yes, there is a significant contribution from national departments, but it is affirming that if we coordinate together, we can make huge impact.
And I mean, Linda, we know what kind of a headache it can become if you don't have your ID document. I mean, for all kinds of things, including the processing of social grants and stuff like that in many of those poor communities. So how has the Department of Home Affairs ensured that this process of issuing the IDs for the people who've lost them in KwaZulu-Natal due to the floods is as painless as possible?
That's right, Praden. That's the word I was actually looking to use to say that the people of KwaZulu-Natal, according to the Deputy Minister, have been through a lot, and that's why they had to make sure that this particular process is a painless one. They've spoken about the importance of people having their IDs at hand as they try to rebuild their lives. Some will be reintegrated into society, being moved to temporary structures. They would need all sorts of things, and therefore that's why they are saying that this first step of actually having documentation to set put a lot of things in motion was important. But the issue of the Home Affairs Department in terms of the delays and all of that we have reported quite a number of times is something that, according to the Home Affairs Department Minister, Deputy Minister, that they've made it quite easy. They have stationed some of their vehicles that are mobile units in various number of sites that they know where people that have been displaced are nearby, and they are saying that these are prioritized and processed quite quickly so that they can return in a more speedily fashion. So those are some of the interventions that they've told us, and one important one I shouldn't leave out is the fact that they said that all of this for flood victims is a free process that will be moved swiftly, prioritized, so that at the end of the day they have those important documents to actually carry on with their lives. Take a listen to some of those plans and contingencies they've put in place to ensure that this is a painless process for those that are flood victims.
We have lists that we received. Firstly, it is declared a disaster. We then move in, we request disaster management centers to tell us how many people are affected. Out of those people, then we take a decision that those who are affected will offer the service for them for free. The local councillors, as you can see today, we are here with the mayors from Sihle as well as Kwadukuza, who work with the local councillors, who then tell us these are the lists of people who need our assistance because they've been involved in a disaster. We then take the application. And the rest, as you can see today, we're here with the Premier to then issue those documents so that we can really display and give hope to the people that they can still continue with their lives.
Okay, those comments there by the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, ending that update from Lindokuhle Xulu in KwaZulu-Natal.